and we have limited storage, but they come and go so quickly.
Can we get them at Costco and donate them?
Absolutely. You can donate a gift card and specify that they're 4 diapers. We're always able to do that, and sometimes we can get a better buy than you can if we're buying a lot of them. So I would just say that anything you need at your house, anything that goes on in your home with children and family, extended family, we have 40 women and children a night in shelter, and we have a 24-hour crisis line staffed by paid professional staff.
What does one do if one needs your help in a hurry?
They call the crisis line, 847-697-2380. We handle anywhere between 12 and 17,000 calls a year, and we can respond with referrals. We also manage the database, the website, that is the Kane County Information and Referral, sponsored by our local United Way, Kane County Guide to Information and Referral, and we are funded by our local United Way to do that. So we can refer you to the website, we can give you resources, we can just listen to you if we need to.
Sometimes that's all somebody needs. Just
support is very important, and those referrals and information are essential to people in crisis.
I think that's wonderful, and I have to say God bless and thanks for doing all that you do to help women and children of this wonderful community who are in distress. And we would like to thank you. Oh, no, you know something else? The Laura Dion-Jones Show would also like to thank the lovely and talented Nell Hughes, the owner of Salon Couture, located at 176 East Chicago Street, right next to Ravenheart Coffee Shop, for generously donating a complete hair makeover for Elgin's Biggest Loser to second-place loser Megan Smengi, who came in second by a hair, and I mean by a hair. You son of a gun, you beat her. She beat, did you see what separated, remember in the Olympics, what I talked about, what separated the gold and the silver,
Yes.
and it was one blink of your
Yes,
eye.
yes.
That's what separated the EBL first
One
and
and
second.
two, huh?
Yes, Stephanie from Megan was just like 2%, not
Wow.
even. And I mean, she came in by a hair. So Megan will be with us next week, so we can hear her story. And one more thing, Salon Couture is also generously giving EBL2 contestants 25% discount on all hair services. So if you're in need of a new hue, not that I'm pointing any fingers, call Nell.
Jeff raised his hand.
Jeff's an honorary EBL. Call Nell at Salon Couture to book your appointment and mention you're an EBL2 to get your discount. 847-488-1465. So back to Gretchen. You have anything else you want to leave our listeners with about the Community Crisis Center?
Well, first of all, the Crisis Center has had a couple of tough years, mainly due to the delayed payments from the state of Illinois. But the good news is that we've received payment through June 30th. Our new year started July 1st. And so we're excited to be able to pay some bills. And I want also to mention that it's only because of our volunteers and our very dedicated staff that we were able to do that. Staff took unpaid furloughs equal to a month of unpaid time in the last year, and it's incredible.
Wow.
Volunteers helped us keep the doors open, and we have done so. I have just a commercial about Reruns, our thrift shop, which is 1341 Manor Court in Elgin. It's in the back part of the Wing Park Shopping Center. We have household goods. We do not have clothing.
You
but
don't?
anything you could want.
You don't want
for your
clothing?
house. No, we don't have space.
Oh.
So we've limited to household items, wonderful furniture. We have name brand furniture there. Everything from a coffee mug to an executive desk.
Tell us, it sounds like Crate and Barrel. Tell us where this is located.
It's in the back of the Wing Park Shopping Center on Manor Court. It actually faces Weston, if you go in on the Weston side. We also take your used cell phones, not the attachments, and we send them to a group called the Shelter Alliance. And the Shelter Alliance pays us anywhere from $1 to $25 for every cell phone that we send them. And we've made thousands of dollars in the last several years.
Good to know.
With people's used cell phones. So I think that's enough commercials, right?
Thank you so much. Bring your cell phones into the Crisis Center.
To the Community Crisis Center, 37 South Geneva Street, Elgin.
Anything you can do to help them out is going to be appreciated. Thank you, Gretchen, for coming today. It's a pleasure to meet you
Thank you.
again, and thank you for everything. that
I
you
don't
do.
think I've ever seen so many people in this radio station all at once.
Don't say that. If George is listening, he's
Oh.
going to kill me. Count up how many are in here. I like when there is
There's a lot,
an
and
audience.
this is wonderful. We have an audience and
Yeah.
participants. That's great. Thanks.
Thank you. Let's hear from our EBL2s in the studio with us today. Who wants to go first? Julie? Ramona?
Don't all just jump in there.
Okay.
Valerie?
This is Julie. Hi.
Hi, Julie.
I made my little butter stick example that I brought in for the amount of pounds I lost. I lost 20.4 pounds, which is equivalent to 82 sticks of butter.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
She made if she puts that on, get a picture of her for the YouTube. Because she came to EBL final weigh-in last Wednesday night with these butter sticks draped around her waist like sticks of dynamite.
Sit in that chair. It'll be
I
better.
can't sit in that
And
chair.
tell us a little bit about your EBL experience.
It's been wonderful.
So you're just getting the top of your head
Okay,
there.
that's all right.
Okay.
I've learned so much about how my body works and what I can tolerate and not tolerate versus the way I used to eat. The sugar, the carbs have been a killer to me. And so Laura taught me that my system seems so similar to hers, the way her metabolism works. It's like she was explaining my story. So I decided to do a low-carb diet, and I work out. I built up from 15 minutes, because I could barely move in the beginning of this, to 90 minutes a day, and I love it. And
You're doing 90 minutes?
I'm doing
God
90
bless.
minutes.
Go, girl.
I'm doing 90, and it's funny because stairs used to wind me terribly, and now I can here at the radio station. It's 26, I think.
Stairs up here, yeah.
And it's like, oh, let's go another 30. It didn't bother me like it used to. I mean, I'd be huffing and puffing by the first 10.
And you know what else you're going to notice by upping your cardio quotient? Mikey?
What?
The fact that, like, if you went from an hour to 90 minutes to an hour and a half, God willing, you have the time to do this. Have you noticed yet that your appetite is decreasing?
Absolutely. Tremendously so.
Now, if somebody would have told me this in the beginning when I was doing it, I would
Oh,
have
yeah.
I would have thought you were nuts.
And I did think that.
When
in the
I told
beginning.
you, right?
Yes, it's like, well, how is that possible? And it's true.
And
I don't have the appetite that I did even 6 weeks ago. So it's been a really wonderful experience. I cannot encourage it enough. Laura, you've done a fabulous job helping us. And thanks to the Y for giving a generous membership for the brand new EBLers. And I can't wait for September 15th. And it is like, like I'm kind of lost. It's like it's been a week we're out. It's like, oh no, I'm panicked. What am I going to do? But Laura's already trained us and showed us what to do. So the pattern's set.
Plus, you guys will hear from me, and you know what? You guys should come to my blog, and we should blog about it. Because
Absolutely.
I ran into some guy friends of mine at East Bank Club yesterday, and they're like, God, we miss your motivational emails. And I said, you guys read them? And they like, we read every one. And because I've been so involved with EBL2, I have slacked off a little bit on my weekly motivational emails. So what they want to do is they want to see us, EBLers, blog, because they want to learn from the things that we talk about also. And your successes. Julie, thank you.
Thanks.
And
Thank you, Laura.
7th place, you just did fabulous.
Thank you.
And Valerie Swan, want to give us a quick minute or two here?
Hi.
How are you? I love when you come on.
And I'm here because, Laura, I knew I needed to see you. It's going to be a rough, 2 weeks before we start
It is not
again?
going to be a rough. Come on,
Oh,
you
it's-
guys have the tools.
It's been a rough week already.
It has. Just think of me shaking my finger at you when you get on that scale and it ain't budging.
So I just needed to come today to see you to get some reinforcement.
Thank you. And thank you. You know what we did today? Julie, Valerie, myself, and Lisa, we went to the Y because they have their yearly shutdown and they're remodeling, repainting, and we painted at the Y today.
You did?
Yeah, we had because the YMCA generously gives all new EBL participants a free Y membership for the duration of the contest. So we had to go and show our support. Valerie, thank you. And Ramona, let's hear from you.
Hi, this is Ramona. I lost 23 pounds in the 12 weeks that the EBL2 is going on. I've been excited. I did kind of splurge the last couple days after the contest because there was a little bit of freedom, but I'm back into it. So when EBL3 starts, I will be back down to what I left at. I promise you that.
You mean you have gone up in this week? I'm gonna shoot myself.
Oh, come on.
Not that much.
First
Not
of
that much.
Not that much. And when I first started, Laura had said to step on the scale every day, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Besides, I was told not to ever do that. I do now get on the scale every day.
Doesn't it help?
At least Monday through Friday, I get on the scale every day.
And doesn't it help?
And it does help, because then when I see myself scooting up, I do something and I have to go back down. So
It's, something, God bless Oprah, but she says she doesn't want to be a slave to her scale. It's not being a slave to your scale. It's using that number you see every morning as a motivation during the day, so that when you're going to go eat some crap, you don't, because you remember what you saw in the scale that morning.
yes,
It works for me.
Yes.
And if it works for me, it's got to work for all the rest of you guys. And it does work, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It actually does work.
Thank you so much. Stephanie, do you have anything else you'd like to tell our listeners?
Just that I think that, if you're interested in, being healthy, losing weight, I think that it's a good idea to, join the EBL 3, and, you will really definitely see the results.
Thank you, girls, for being here. One more thing from Ramona.
Taylor Y, September 15th, 5 o'clock weigh-in. See you there.
Oh, EBLD, thank you.
Also, she's got her
Ramona.
butter on over here.
Oh,
This is Julie's. So you have to go to YouTube in about a week and see Julie Belanger's
Why don't you do a rotation?
butter sticks. Isn't that cute? She shows up for weigh-in looking like a terrorist. And it's sticks of butter and not dynamite. And I looked at her and I was like, I can't believe this.
Can I put one of the EBLs on the stage and ask you a really tough question? Ramon, can I ask you a question about EBL?
sure.
What has EBL done for you that you couldn't do for yourself before Laura Dion-Jones? If you don't mind me asking the question, it's...
Actually, back in October of 2009, my workplace is very supportive health-wise, so we had like a competition. But what Laura's done for me is the weekly thing, the camaraderie of everybody getting together, listening to what everybody else has to say, what their tips are. And putting people together makes me competitive as hell.
Okay, good.
We saw that.
That's real
Yeah,
good.
I'm number 9. I want to be in the top 5 for
Good,
EBL
good.
3.
She was like every week, she was, am I in the top 10 yet? Am I in the top 10 yet? Don't tell me, am I in the top 10 yet? Every single week, right?
Oh, yeah.
You could ask them all that.
Well, I asked that question because there's people out there listening thinking, I tried this, it didn't work. I tried this, it didn't work. And I'm not going to try you because you're not going to work for me. It really does work, because I see the smiles on every EBL face every week, and that we're so happy to see you,
I think it's the camaraderie for everybody.
Sure, absolutely.
The camaraderie, all of us, I've gained a lot of friends just through this, and the support of everybody, Laura, especially when she comes in and,
Crack the whip.
cracks the whip, and she shows us what she eats, she brings the packages of the low carb stuff, and I'm still looking for some of that stuff, but oh well,
You're doing wonderful. All of you. Every one of those EBLs.
September 15th, 5 o'clock,
Yes.
YMCA on McLean.
I hope I'll be seeing all of you girls there.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Keep reading your emails.
Okay, thank you.
Keep doing that daily cardio.
Yes, thank you.
Cardio is king. Queen, whatever. You're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show on WRMN. If you've got something to say, why not say it at 847-931-1410. We would love to hear from you, and if you have any questions, call us anytime. And let's see, Jeff, we'd like to thank our very special sponsors.
We sure would. Julie says her weight is now toast. Butter. All right, our sponsors include Allen & Son Seal Coating. As you know, they're great around the house and in the driveway as well. Call them now at 847-980-6914. Talking about the YWCA, they're still registering for their wonderful after-school programs. They provide preschool and kindergarten enrichment as well as elementary school age after-school care. The Y buses pick up a variety of at Elgin schools, a variety of those schools, and take the children to the Y. For homework help, sports, swimming, arts and humanities, character development, and wellness activities. As you know, the Y is located at 50 North McLean Boulevard. Their phone number is 847-888-7410. Dr. Claire Olea's office, you know Dr. Claire because you, Diva, you're walking upright. Thanks to Dr. Claire, you know.
If you can't make it there,
You know what? I wouldn't be able to get around without her.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I've seen you. You travel in tandem now. It's so successful. 847-888-9988 is their phone number for Dr. Claire Oleas. Located on the west side of town, 2001 Larkin Avenue. So call for an appointment today. You have